Hi, everybody. It is, oh, I don't know if I changed my days on my board. Um, it's day 18, I hope. It is Thursday, April 2nd, 2020. I can't believe it's Thursday. I was telling a coworker that, like, what happened. It was Monday and all of a sudden it's Thursday. I think it's just from it being, like, really busy work wise and just personal life wise too. So let's get started because I'm gonna have dinner right after this and I'm hungry. So first, one of my Zooms this morning, this light is gonna bother me. Oh, there we go. One of the Zooms this morning I was giving training for a program that we use a lot at my job, and it was my first ever virtual training for this program. So I usually always do it like in person, if it's someone in the office. And yeah, so I was really nervous, like, how is it gonna be? And during the training, like, the person couldn't get on the program on their laptop, so it was really cool because on Zoom you can give control to someone. So I literally had her, like, use my program to go through and kind of test her on different things. So it was really neat. Like, I really enjoyed doing that, and it gave me a really good boost for the day. I think, if you don't know me that well, I really like teaching one-on-one like that. So I low-key really like doing that. Usually not when it's a crazy busy week, but it was really good to do that, and I just felt really good helping people that way. Second thing is, I did not go grocery shopping today because I would have gone by now. So I will probably go Monday. I really am going to try to see what it would look like to just either have them picked up or delivered, because I think it's just really sinking in more. Like, all, like, the dangers of being outside or just the risks, and I don't want to go through that risk. Oh my gosh, that glare is gonna drive me nuts. Oh my god, hold on. Give me like 2 seconds to figure it out. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Might just go grocery shopping this time around on Monday, and I'm thinking of, like, a game plan of how to, like, efficiently disinfect everything before it comes into our house. Like, some people, like, leave the things in their garage, and then get it as they need it. I don't have a garage. I don't even have a foyer, so I have to, like, it's just the door. And I don't want to leave stuff in my car unless it's, like, paper goods or drinks, like LaCroix or bubbly. So I'm actually thinking of, like, having, like, a game plan at our door, like, okay, yeah, have this bowl and I'm gonna empty out this stuff in it. Like, just really being smart about it, because I owe it to myself to make sure that I'm bringing the right food or the right stuff in. And next week is the last week of my whole 30 Lent. Believe it or not, next week is going to be Easter and Good Friday. So I might do something special for Good Friday, like order takeout. Just deciding where. And bracing myself for how my body's going to react to all that new food. But I probably will definitely still continue Whole 30 afterwards. But for one thing for sure, I shared with some people earlier today, is, like, I'm going to bring back beans. Because I'm, like, part Mexican and I love beans. So I miss my beans. So yeah, excited for that. Third thing I want to talk about was just the amount of Zooms I've been on this week. I mentioned that yesterday. I just came off of, like, a personal social Zoom where we were, like, four of us women from church, just prayed for each other, just checked up on each other. It was really short. It was like 15 minutes. So, but it was so good to, like, just see those people. And tomorrow I actually have a work social. So my boss scheduled a Zoom where we're going to hopefully talk about work at a minimal level, but more like how's life? What are we doing this weekend? It has really been helpful to me just doing all these other Zooms. So now that I've done them, like before I was already like peopled out thinking about them and then going through them and being peopled out on top of just being work exhausted. And now just ending them today. I wrote it here like now I'm so used to them. Like now I feel like I need them. And if I don't have them next week, like I don't know how I did it the first 2 weeks of being in social distancing without these social Zooms, which is a good thing, like, oh, that again, like I'm not a hermit. So I want to like see these people because I guess they're just people I haven't seen in person that I always used to see in person on a weekly basis. So yeah, it just made me really happy just to see those ladies and pray for each other. I hope we can do that again next week. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do without the same amount of Zoom. Maybe it could be less, but if it's the same amount or more, so be it. I'll be happy. And I actually have a coffee, I guess Zoom or Google Hangout. Haven't figured it out yet, but with someone from my Bible study this Saturday. So I'll be nice, just do something super one-off. But definitely taking a break as far as I know tomorrow and Sunday. So I'll be good. Another thing, fourth thing, is that there's some artists, and I say some, I mean, because I just found one that's been doing like live stream mini living room concerts. Just because the person I saw, Will, who's like the lead singer from the band Parachute, he had like a live stream of him like in his living room just playing guitar, playing. That one I was watching was just love songs. He had another one today, but I didn't watch it because I was like hardcore working. But I did save it like on Facebook, and I was gonna rewatch it later, and I rewatched it like twice, just because it was just really nice, And not like I think maybe more artists are doing that, but that's I guess like the norm now, which is cool. I think Backstreet Boys did one too. I haven't watched that one, but that's really neat, like that they're able to share like, because I think artists that are like that want to share their craft, and that's just one way of doing it, which is cool. Oh, and then there was someone else, it's on my sticky note, on Instagram, because I love lo-fi music, and there's someone I follow who plays like guitar for like lo-fi playlists or does his own chords. I don't know, I'm not a musician, so I'm probably butchering the terminology, but he had a live stream on Instagram, super random, but he was just playing. And funny thing was, he lives in like France, so I couldn't understand what he was saying except for when he was speaking English, but he was just talking to people through like the chat in the live stream, and I'm like, oh, this is great. So it's really cool, like I live in a time where I can see someone play a guitar in France. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I put in. I didn't put it in here, but yeah, it's been nice. It did hit me though, because I'm really trying to be sensitive of not seeing this time as being like, oh, this is a cool time, because it's not. Like, I don't know if it was, I think it was the day before yesterday that the COVID task force for the national government had their predictions, like if we did everything right, like social distancing and everything, the total number of people that would die would be between 100,000 to 140,000 if we did everything right. And I think that number is super staggering. Like that's a lot of people if we did it right. And I don't even know what the actual death toll is right now. And I know someone like on my Facebook said or shared something about like they should share the numbers of people that are getting better. Like I think we do need to see more of those numbers too. But that number just makes it really in perspective. And I think that's what's driving like my low key, like this is the real deal, how serious it is, and whether or not I even want to go outside for anything. Like even washing my towels. Like, I do, I do, but it's like I have to really think about how I'm doing everything. So yeah, I know it's like a bummer note in the video, but I just want to make sure I'm just sensitive to the severity of the situation. But I did intend for these videos to just be informational and just sharing of how I'm going through social distancing, especially since there's going to be another 25 of these videos maybe. But yeah, did want to share that if that's the estimate, and we'll see how it looks later on. So that's one of the thing. Another thing is I feel like I've gotten a good rhythm. I'll bet there's going to be times like today where I'm going to be working tonight to get some things done that are like due tomorrow morning, which I don't mind because it's like work that I like doing. I just wish I had more time, but you know, life happens, and I'll just do my best to get it done. But I think the next thing I should work on is really incorporating like workouts. There were like times where like I did have time. If everything went perfect in my timing, I'd have time to work out. It hasn't happened yet. So I have to get to that point. And what better to self-discipline time than it is right now? So yeah, looking forward to bringing that into my new scheduling and self-discipline mindset. And last thing I'll leave with you, because the light is hiding like the timer and I'm like almost 12 minutes. So yeah, last thing I want to share is I'm actually thinking of having a special guest on for these videos. I don't know if I should share it. Maybe I should, to just drive accountability. Thinking of bringing my kid brother from Florida, Heido, on the video. Either just recording a Zoom or Google Hangout and then posting it later. So one thing we're working on is like what we're talking about. Like, are we gonna talk more about like our quarantine time, or is it just we don't even know? So we did post something on Instagram of like people to tell us what we should talk about, but I may just come up with a list of things to talk about. So it'd be pretty neat. I think just something cool for us both to do, because we're, we don't know we're gonna see each other again. And it might be fun. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Maybe soonish, maybe later, depending on timing. But did want to share that. And low key, my goal is to have one with my brother Kike. But that's, if people who know Kike, that might be a long shot. It might happen. I don't know. But that's what I'm really hoping for, because I think he's like the funniest, coolest person I know. So yeah. That's all I wanted to share. I'm definitely over time, but hopefully this has been good. I'm really looking forward to watching these like in a year. I know they're going to be super cringy for me, but I think it's cool to record it during this time. So today is day 18 of social distancing, Thursday, April 2nd, 2020. So bye, guys.